right, welcome to the podcast here today. It's our inaugural podcast. I'm joined with Logan Wood, and we don't have a name yet. That's actually going to be part of what we're going to talk about today. So sit back and enjoy. On today's show, we're actually going to be talking about the show, probably naming the show. I think Logan has a few ideas of potential names. We're going to talk a little tech today. I got an interesting Facebook Messenger message the other day, and I want to dive into it just for a minute. And since we're close to Christmas, and I know that's Logan's favorite time of year,
Can't go wrong.
we're going to talk about some techs for teens, tweens, and I don't know, some adults too. So on with the show. So, Logan, we were talking about this for probably about a year, starting some kind of podcast, some kind of thing. So what's the driving force to get this done now?
Driving force, I feel like anyone who wants to make a stance in their industry needs to have some sort of podcast or show,
Sure.
really to reach their extra customers beyond your town, your local area, your region. What better way?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I think, A&P has been in the area since 2017.
Yep.
And there's still people that haven't heard of us. And I think, from my research, especially looking at Facebook and YouTube, and of course TikTok, the shorts seem really, really popular. And I just had one the other day where I was at Rosita's Bakery, the new bakery in town here.
Yep.
And I did a 30-second short of them cutting the ribbon in front of the store, and that's been viewed 15, 20,000 times already. I mean, it's crazy, the reach of a reel. So I think, doing a video podcast along with the audio podcast that you can listen to in the car, I think it's cool. So,
And I also think too, for us and our customers, there'll be people that learn services that they didn't know we've had, and they've been customers from the beginning.
Sure.
And so I think this will be an easy way as well for our current customers just to learn more about us.
well, I can tell you one thing. I am not too hot on this camera angle because if you're watching the audio or listening to the audio podcast, good for you, because I didn't realize how bald I've actually gotten. And I want to thank you for making me realize that.
You're welcome. The key light really shines brightly for you.
All right. So let's talk about names. What's in a name? What makes a good name as far as marketing? Because, for me, I really don't care.
Of course you don't care. Everyone should see the screens you've made.
Oh, they will.
I know.
So what's in a name? What makes a good name? How does that affect marketing? What's going on?
I like a name that's catchy,
Mm-hmm.
something that you can remember. A lot of people, so there's different ways you can look at it. We do a lot with web. So making a name that has something to do with what you are, obviously can be just relevant for searches.
Sure.
I also love names that make absolutely no sense.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it's a toss up for that. I'm interested to listen to you shoot down all of my names I throw at you.
What about the spellability or the phonetic ability of a name? So if it's hard to say, hard to spell, is that important?
Yes.
Okay.
I usually don't like the things that you throw an ly in at the end or something that just isn't spelled properly. But
IFY, things like that.
yes.
Yeah.
Although you can go around the internet and see so much of it.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's not like it works.
Sure.
I just like something that usually can easily be spelled or pronounced.
Okay. So hit me with some names.
Hit you with some names. All right. So there's two different ways you can look at it. One is if you want to put A&P in it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we didn't really talk about ourselves. So we are partners and advanced network professionals.
Yeah. By the way.
And part of the reason we're doing it, and we have multiple different areas of tech that we focus in on. But so it's kind of going back to that is if you want to put the A&P name into it.
Sure.
So there's a couple different things with that. Probably one of my favorites is Zero Downtime.
Oh, nice. Actually, that's not bad.
Yeah, there you go. Not bad. Listen to that. Only compliment I'm getting all day. And I just think that obviously we're always focused on keeping everyone up.
Wait, hold on. Is the domain name Zero Downtime available?
I can look.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Because that would be epic. But no, I mean it's catchy. I think if I had to tell somebody over the phone, they could hear it and understand it. And I think that that's important. So,
Yes. Zero Downtime, unfortunately, is taken by someone else.
oh well. But it's a good name. What else you got?
We could go simple, Tech Talk.
Tech Talk.
I mean, that's not,
Boo.
yeah, that's not my first one. If we wanted to put A&P in it, A&P Wired.
Kind of like the magazine. I don't know.
Oh, I get what you're saying there. Let's see. I don't like some of these I don't love.
Now that people are going to be listening to you to try to hear, you're going to be more, you're going to be harder on yourself.
Amen. Tech Done Right, powered by A&P. The A&P show. Getting kind of boring there. I know one of our partners would make fun of us for putting two tech owners in as the podcast name.
Yes, he would.
I know. So we're going to scratch that one right away. What ideas do you have?
I think that Zero Downtime wins.
Make me read all these. That was my favorite from the start.
Well, yeah. No, I think that's a good one. We'll call it that, barring any type of submission problem for the names or if there's a duplicate or something.
True.
Yeah, but we can maybe come up with a like a close second to it or something. Yeah. All right. So yeah, good point. Nobody knows who we are. So I'll start, I guess. My name is John Hass. I'm one of the managing members of. See how I said that? I didn't call myself the president because I'm not allowed.
For everyone, he just thinks he's the president, and it's fine. We'll let him have it.
I'm the managing member of Advanced Network Professionals here in Spencer. We've been around since 2017. We specialize in almost everything that has to do with a wire. So if it's got a wire, some way, some shape, some form, we support it. Door access, camera systems, computer networking, servers, workstations. Like I said, if it's got a wire, we probably supported it at some point. And we came to town in 2017 just because we felt like there was a need for our particular type of niche. I've been in business with my business partner since 2006 with other ventures, and we felt like we've done work all over the world that we could bring some of that experience, some of that time back to Spencer and the community. And like I said, since 2017, we've been rocking it. So
yeah, really offering tech at a reasonable price. Not
world class tech at a reasonable price. Yeah.
So that's John. I'm Logan. One of the partners also with Advanced Network Professionals, along with A&P. We also do have a web and marketing agency called 154i. Web is more of my strong suit than anything when it comes to fixing anyone's network. I'm the last person you call for that.
Yeah, don't call Logan.
If I walk in, you should call someone else. So that'll be kind of my background for when it comes to more of the web side of the IT portion of it. But
did you talk about your web firm? You probably should.
Well, I said it was 154i.
Okay.
It is portion. I mean, I've been doing web since 2009 here in Spencer, and it's anywhere from e-commerce to WordPress. I mean, really, you name it. When it comes to web, we can help you.
2009. How old were you in 2009? He's a young
old
buck.
enough.
He's a young buck.
21.
All right. So, is it working? Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, I can hear you.
It sounds all right. All right. So, what else we're going to talk about? We already said that. But before we get started, I want to talk about. I want to do two things. The fun part about this is Logan has no idea what we're doing, and so I kind of get to throw things at him. But I thought it'd be fun every time we do a podcast to find some kind of thing for the video watchers, like a picture of the day, something like that.
Oh, do you?
And I happened to be going back through my Facebook feed, and I found it's not of you. Don't worry.
Thank the Lord.
It's simple.
You're gonna have to describe it.
I'm gonna describe it here. All right. So it's a can of Diet Coke filled over on the road, on the sidewalk, and there's a Coke and a Sprite. They're saying to each other, "She's losing a lot of soda. Do something, Dr. Pepper." And then Dr. Pepper says, "Now I have to tell them I only have a PhD in deliciousness." If you haven't watched the video session, you should watch it just for this part because this picture is hilarious. All right, I got another one here. So I ordered a pizza while we were setting up here, and I have to say, I think that the Domino's, what is this, the tracker?
Yeah.
It's baloney.
Did it not come on time?
No, it came on time.
All right.
Yeah, it was perfect. I mean, I'm not a fan of Domino's pizza, but I thought it's close, it's fast, whatever. So, but if you look closely at the order tracker, you can see that it was out for delivery, and then it was being quality checked by the captain.
So that might be a little bit of user interface.
Maybe, or it's just automatic. I don't know. Maybe the out for delivery part actually works and all the rest is baloney, because it says making your order at 11:59. Then exactly 10 minutes later, it says out for delivery. Or I'm sorry, order in the oven. And then exactly 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, it says out for delivery. So they cooked my pizza for 3 minutes.
I think it's interesting, the reverse order. Like you feel like it would go down, not come up from the bottom.
Yeah. So anyways, I thought that was interesting.
Hopefully it was checked well.
It was fine. Anyways, all right. So I already did that. You can't see it. So
I know this is John didn't even want to tell me any of the topics before we started today.
All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is something that a friend of mine sent me a message on Facebook, and it has to do with AI, and it has to do with image generation, and it has to do with children. And like I said, this is a pretty serious topic, but I want to cover it because I know a lot of people ask these questions, and we work really hard. You know, Logan and I both have kids, and we work really hard to keep them safe in a world where they're surrounded by tech all the time. So a friend of mine sent me this this picture, and it says, all she said to me was, have you heard of this horror with AI? And I'm gonna read what the law firm of the parents that are suing the school district in Stillwater, Minnesota says. It says, parents bring civil action against Stillwater School District and demand action to protect kids from AI predators. Who? Imran Ali, attorney retained by the parents of Stillwater School District, announces they have placed Independent School District number 834 on notice of a claim for failing to protect children from an employee who took photos on his cell phone and used artificial intelligence to morph them into sexually explicit images. The pending lawsuit stems from federal charges against William, I don't know how to say the last name, who worked for the district and is accused of attempted production of child pornography for allegedly using artificial intelligence to create morphed sex abuse images of children under his supervision. He's criminally charged with possessing and receiving child pornography. Now, Logan, you use AI every day, right?
Every day.
I mean, I use it every day. I'm not afraid to say that. I think for me, you probably maybe use image generation more than I do.
Actually, I don't love AI's image generation, so I don't use it that much.
All right, fair enough. I like it to make ridiculous pictures and like funny pictures, or we have recently I was experimenting on video, so you could take and turn a picture into video. You saw it; it was fun. Oh, don't worry, I'm not. I'm playing
like, let's not show your examples.
I'm not going to play it here, but you know. It's hyper realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally looked like you were dancing to the Copacabana.
And I knew all the words.
Fully clothed. But often with the good and the funny comes the bad. And I wanted to deep dive a little bit more to see if I could find if there's been any other cases of this. And so I went out and I want to read what the initial guy who posted this to Facebook said. So the post was shared with me in a messenger. I want to read what the guy initially said. He says, I'm following this case because it has an AI component that could impact a lot of laws in a similar manner. From the surface, it appears that the school employee is being charged with producing child pornography because he took photos of kids at school as they were walking around fully clothed, and he relied on artificial intelligence to create pornographic images from the likenesses using photos of them. It sounds like the charges would be the same as if he took the high school yearbook photos, uploaded them to ChatGPT with the same instructions. This is a sick individual who shouldn't be around kids. The AI component seems to be the trigger for new, broad-reaching legislation in our state. I haven't read the case file, but the charges are federally, likely because the AI servers he used, they're not in the same state.
Okay.
Like ChatGPT are housed outside of Minnesota, and therefore it counts as distributing across state lines. The parents are being the the parents are suing the school district and by extension the district's taxpayers for failure to protect children from school employee who took the photo from the kids, took the photo of the kids. When the legislature reconvenes in February, it may write legislation that would prohibit such acts from occurring. I spoke to a senator yesterday who attended a conference specifically on legislation related to AI. Does this start with banning phones in schools, psychological exams for staff, prohibit AI from creating explicit images? If you work in AI and technology and have an interest in the topic, I'm curious to hear your take on it. Now, this to me is an interesting thing because we have the tech to do it. You and I wouldn't do something like that. It's not something that interests us, or it's disgusting,
Yeah.
right? And but if we write legislation to limit the use of the tech, then only the bad guys will use it. And I don't know. You watch out. Oh. Wow.
Getting a phone call?
I got a phone call. Anyways, I don't know that legislation is just gonna fix the problem, because the bad actors will still use it. Even if you made the AI companies follow the laws too, there's always going to be LLMs out there that are run by bad people, not in the United States, whatever. And so these things will have to be. So I think part of it is obviously this was an adult, but serious penalties for doing it.
Yeah.
But I think limiting the AI so you can't is a bad thing.
I also think that someone will have an AI out there that wouldn't limit it, even if all the rules were in place. Like, it's with anything that happens nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, AI generally has guardrails. I mean, he mentions ChatGPT quite often, and I'm not an expert on generating adult material with ChatGPT. And I wouldn't say I'm an expert at ChatGPT either, but I wouldn't know of a way to break the LLM to make it produce a picture, a graphical picture like that. So I doubt the person uses ChatGPT. Now, Grok is an interesting one because, and it segues into one other thing I wanted to talk about with AI. Grok's an interesting one because it actually can create you a girlfriend, right? So like an actual character that's whatever. I mean, and that to me is crazy. The idea that you can be in love with a computer is weird. Companionship. I know that when ChatGPT 5 came out, the ChatGPT subreddit went crazy because the LLM lost its compassion for the user. Like it became very, I don't know how to say it, but straight lined, wouldn't joke around.
Yep.
And that's why Sam Altman from ChatGPT, he brought back GPT-4 because it literally had no emotion.
We work a lot with schools.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if there's limits for children to be able to do certain searches within like ChatGPT?
So I don't know exactly the right answer to that. I do know that the school districts that we work for, especially the Google school districts, they limit a lot to Gemini if they allow the students to use it at all.
Okay.
There's some telltales when students are using AI. I mean, there'll be some listeners and viewers out there that will disagree with me, but I think that there's certain telltales inside of responses from AI that make it so AI won't relearn from itself.
Okay.
So, for example, M dashes, if you're familiar with those, it's not a normal dash. It's not an actual key on your keyboard. You have to use a specific key press combination to get an M dash. So people don't generally use it in normal speech. Now, if you're writing a book or something, you'll use it, but you won't use it in general normal postings. And so when you look at a report that somebody turns in, or you look at a Facebook post or whatever, you can almost instantly tell that it was generated by AI because they'll leave certain things in. They don't make mistakes, spelling mistakes, like crazy stuff like that.
So I'd read recently on Facebook that someone was going after that you can't say that dashes are the reason that you can tell it's AI.
Yeah.
Because they can properly phonetically write sentences that they would use it perfectly.
No, some people say that, and then I challenge you, go back to the person that has been saying that said that on Facebook, whoever it was, and go back and look at their previous posts before they said that. You'll almost always find no M dashes in their content.
First thing I do when I write content with AI is tell it we don't write with dashes.
Yep. Take the dashes out.
Take it out.
So, diving a little further into this nudity, this nude thing, I wanted to know if there was any other places that had done it, and I found two other ones. One is out of Louisiana, and I'll just kind of summarize this, but basically, this was male middle school students that were doing it to middle school females. They were using their phone to generate this AI images of somebody in their class, and then distributing them around. And they got arrested for it. Obviously there's no names or anything like that, but they got arrested for it. And then there was one more out of New Jersey, similar instance. What I find funny about this one is, let's see if I can find it in here. I can't find it, but basically the principal came out and said that they're having a hard time tracing the images back because the images no longer exist because they've been deleted. And we've been taught from a young age that, since the inception of the internet, once something exists on the internet, it exists forever. It doesn't go away. So, this is a challenge for schools and parents and children. I mean, the tools are so simple to use. Quickly, a student could to have their whole life changed on either end of that, from the person generating the image to the person viewing it, or the subject.
And it's not hard to do.
Nope,
that's the hard problem. That's the problem. It's very easy that anyone could do it.
Yeah, and Iowa, the first one was out of Stillwater, Minnesota, and they must not have banned cell phones in school yet. In Iowa, they've banned cell phones in schools. So, but that doesn't mean that you still can't get a picture.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, you can get a picture of anyone at any time,
basketball game or whatever, So, anyways, I think our teaching of our kids now goes to we still need to check our kids' electronic devices to make sure that they're not doing anything crazy. And now, instead of just explaining, hey, don't post pictures of yourself on the internet, scantily clad pictures of yourself on the internet, because that stuff can go viral, and once it's out there, it's never out there forever. They're out there forever. We literally cannot post pictures of ourselves on the internet unless you're okay with becoming naked, fake naked. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah. Well, and you have older children than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Do your kids have social media accounts?
No. No. Actually, my oldest son is now allowed to. He's 18.
Oh, yes.
But we don't allow our kids to have social media accounts. Not even Snapchat. And short of one instance with my older one, they've all followed through with that. So I think Emily has a Facebook account she turns on and off for finding information about the Spencer Community Theater.
Okay.
So, so I think there's that, but she doesn't actively use it. So, are your kids going to get social media right away when you feel like they're old enough?
No. I feel like there's too much negative.
I mean, that's true, right? That's probably one of the best reasons is I think that kids are, they can be, I don't know the right words, but the kids are easily influenced, and there's so much negativity. And I know might sound sexist, but especially for the girls, right? There's body shaming, all of that other stuff that happens online, and it happens so freely because I'm not sitting in front of that person.
Yep.
And
keyboard warriors,
which I'm good at. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not commenting things like that.
No, I just feel that, like, if you didn't see it, I mean, it's not always the right take, but you have no clue what's going on. Yep. Like, it does not affect your day.
Right.
Like, that junk is going to exist whether you're sitting on it or not.
Yep. Right. So, I think that's enough for the negative for today.
Yeah, there we go.
I think we could probably move on. So I want to talk about tech gifts for teens, tweens, even people. Some of these gifts that I've come up with today, I think could be for adults too. So especially older adults. So tweens, teens, and senior citizens.
I think you're putting a fine line. What age is a senior citizen, John?
I don't know. All right. So first off, I want to show this. I confirmed this at our local Walmart. I
You need to get one.
I got nowhere to put a 98-inch TV. Now, this is a TCL, so I wouldn't generally recommend a TCL like, oh, go out and buy a TCL for your main TV. But it's a TCL with Google TV built in for $998. 98-inch TV. It wouldn't fit in my living room. It's ridiculous.
Brew shed.
I mean, it wouldn't fit in the brew shed either. So, anyways, I did confirm at our Walmart, even today, there's one remaining. And this is they're doing like Black Friday week or something like that. Okay. Best Buy, it's November 19th today. Best Buy's starts tomorrow, I guess, the 20th. So some of the stuff I'm going to show you is Best Buy, and it's not quite started yet. All right. So Logan, I'm sure you can see him if you're watching the video, watching him cringe over my slideshow presentation that I've created on my iPad. And
it's more I don't know what's coming next.
It keeps it spicy. So this is what's called a tile. If you're familiar with an Apple AirTag, which is in here too, I'll just explain them both at once. And but what it does is it's something you can put in your suitcase, put in your billfold. Like this has the credit card piece to it that you can just slip it in your billfold. So that way, if you leave your billfold somewhere, your phone will send you an alert and say, "Hey, you're a long ways away from your billfold. You know, here's the last place we found it." And the cool thing is this works with Android or iOS, and it uses those phones' network of phones to keep track of those devices. So if you use an iPhone and you have the Tile app or other apps, probably, I'm not going to pretend I understand how Tile works, but it's probably attached to other apps too. When you walk by somebody's tile that got left there, it updates the map about the last time it was seen, where it was seen, but it doesn't require you to be next to it. So okay. It's easy for you to find your stuff because people are walking around, moving around all the time. I take my AirTag, and if I have to check a bag at the airport, which I don't normally do, I will have an AirTag or I have a tile too with me. And say, for example, I can't put my bag in the overhead, so they have to put it underneath. I'll unzip my bag, throw the tile or AirTag in, and I can make sure that my bag is coming with me.
Yep.
So I got this marked as $27 to $49. The small square tile is $27. Otherwise, it's $49 for the kit. So you get both of those tiles at once.
And you're going to let the listeners know where they can purchase this at?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Most of this stuff, I would say, is Best Buy.
Okay.
There's online. I mean, this is probably, I know for a fact that the $27 thing is Best Buy. So, yeah.
Perfect.
All right. And then similarly, the Apple-only network is the AirTag, and it is on sale for $27, and that's at Walmart. Yeah. All right.
Smart plug.
I put this in here because I think that kids and whatever, I don't know, my kids are gadget geeks. They like gadgets, and I don't know where they got it from, but
yeah, no clue, huh?
This allows people to turn whatever's plugged into it off and on through an app in their phone or voice or Alexa. It attaches to all. It's made by TP-Link. It's called the Tapo.
It's amazing if you need to turn on your Christmas lights on and off inside, John. You just tell Alexa, turn on my fireplace lights. Those lights come right on.
I hope that somebody's listening to this at home and their Alexa just piped up and turned something on.
I hope so too.
Yeah, and then they can send us a message and say Logan should shut up. And that's there's what I found today when I was looking at these. There's quite a price range difference, and I looked to make sure, and Best Buy really does sell them for $8.99.
That's a good price.
Yeah. All right, the JBL Go. I think this is a cool gift, and it's inexpensive, and I think that kids, I don't know, certain senior citizens that, liked 60s, 70s music.
They just need to know how to work their Bluetooth.
They'll need a teen or tween to help them get it connected. But after that, they can be good. And this is also at Best Buy, $39. What's nice about these are waterproof. They're dust resistant. And I have a bigger one of these, and the battery just lasts forever. So
Wyatt's got one of those attached to his golf bag.
one
And
of
it
these
makes it all season long just hanging.
like doesn't charge it.
Oh, he has to charge it every once in a while.
Yeah, okay,
That exact same one.
really. Wow, see,
You got some good gifts.
Look at this. So Best Buy's got a Chromebook on sale for $119.
Oh.
So if your kids use Chromebooks at school, which I know a lot of schools do, this is kind of a complimentary thing. I wouldn't use your school account on it. You know, you set up your own Gmail account or whatever and use it there. But so the difference between a Chromebook and most every other computer is a Chromebook it's a computer, but it's a computer where you can't really write anything. You can create files, but they happen in Google, not on the computer. So back in the day when I was doing a lot with thin clients, I would call them a toaster. It makes toast. And when it stops making toast, you unplug it, you throw it away.
Do you need to tell people what a thin client is?
I will.
All right.
Settle down. You unplug it and you throw it away. So a thin client is basically the same thing as what a Chromebook is. Nothing really lives on the device. It turns on, it does its one thing, and as long as it does that one thing, you're good. And that's exactly what a Chromebook does. A Chromebook has the appearance of apps, but almost all of the apps are web-based apps. There is now a Linux under shell that you can install to it, but most people won't do that. And that's why, for me, if I was going to recommend a computer for a senior citizen or someone who likes to do banking, like does online banking. I don't do a lot of that, but I'm sure my wife does. A Chromebook is a perfect solution for that because you're not getting applications installed on behind the scenes like you are on a Windows computer or a Mac computer.
Search only people. Like if you're looking to pull up something, do a little research, find something online.
Yep.
This would be perfect.
100%. And for $119, I mean, if you were ever wondering if a Chromebook would work for you, you could spend $119 and find out.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. All right. The Fire Stick's on sale, down from $47 to $24. This is 4K. It's not the 4K Max. It's the 4K Plus, but it is on sale. And if you have for your 98-inch TV,
there you go.
Yeah,
I thought it was built in.
That's Google TV. I want.
Oh, all right. Picky.
So, but I do want to just touch just for a second on streaming devices because a lot of that going on during Christmas time and gifting, that kind of stuff. While the Amazon Fire is a cool device and it's supported by Amazon and it works well, works with your Amazon account. Keep in mind on Apple or other Google TV devices, you can still install the Amazon app and get all of the stuff that you would get on the Fire.
Yep.
For less money. So this is the on stick. Now the difference between this on stick and the Fire TV is this isn't 4K, but I have a solution for that. It uses Google TV. It can install all the same apps. In fact, if we look, no, I thought it might have an. Oh no, there's an Amazon button. I think that bottom right one might be Amazon. I don't know. I'm guessing. I made it up. Okay. So this one is not 4K, it's 2K and whatever works for me, and it's $12. Right?
Can't be $12.
Can't be $12. Here's a 4K version for $19.88. So the same box, the same thing for $20 instead of $24. Normally $47 or whatever the Fire Stick is.
It's just you're not paying for the name brand.
That's correct. You're not paying for Amazon. To keep on the Amazon theme, the Fire HD tablet, it's a good starter tablet. And it's good if you like to consume media, or you have an Amazon account and with a lot of movies or anything like that. And it's cheap. It's $54. And right now, I think over Christmas, Apple has lowered the price of the smaller iPads to $299.
Okay.
Which is a good deal, but it's still $299.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to just to give something.
Yeah, well, then that's the idea here is like if you have a relative or something that you got to get a gift for and you don't know what to get them, something like inexpensive like this, it seems like a hefty gift, but it's an inexpensive gift. Well, there I spoiled it. in our house when we travel, every child has a hand sewn actually device that my wife made.
I'm like, you should give a shout out to your wife for that.
Yeah, that all their chargers and everything for their devices go into. So they'll have a phone, and not all my kids have an iPad, but Oliver and Emily have an iPad, and so they'll have all the chargers in there for them. They'll have a battery pack, all of that. And this is kind of the same thing, except it's already made. It comes with a battery pack. It comes with a USB-C and a micro USB charger, and it's $29. And it's a perfect little gift for a teenager, whatever. Just because it's, or you, I guess, because your phone's always dead.
I got one, John. They are great though. I mean, everyone has cables. No matter what device you have has to charge somehow.
Yep.
So you can't go wrong with a gift like that.
So, and I got one more. Especially if your child is well, if you start them off young, they might have a Minecraft account. They might have a Roblox account, which if they do, we can talk about that another time. They may have these different accounts that you, the parent, are having to keep track of their usernames and passwords and where did I put it and all this, and your security on those passwords is nothing. Like I still go into my kids' room when I wrote down their password for Minecraft, it's still attached to the wall, right? Like, come on. But a gift like LastPass, that's what this is. So LastPass keeps all of your passwords secure on all your devices. So when you are browsing the internet, you can go right to, if you say you need to log into somewhere, LastPass will actually auto fill in the info. You hit go, you're logged in. You only have to remember one password to get into all your passwords.
I have to ask, so when your kids, do you set up all the passwords for them or do you let them choose their own?
I set the passwords up. And
yeah, same.
They're complicated.
Yes. My kids still don't know their passwords to get into about anything, but I like that too.
Yep. And with the Chromebook and stuff, there is a Google Chrome plugin or extension that works with LastPass. So it works on even on a $100 Chromebook. So you can store your banking passwords and all of that right in the LastPass application. It syncs across all your devices. So if you have an iPhone, an iPad, an Amazon Fire Stick, whatever, LastPass will keep track of it across everything. And now LastPass will do passkeys, which we'll talk about in another episode because we just got to keep all of our all the stuff slow so we can have more to talk about.
And if someone wanted to grab one of those deals, where'd they go?
Well, it happens that this is one of the only products that A&P sells that I've listed. So you can contact someone at A&P or you can go to lastpass.com and get it there. But anyone at A&P will be willing to tell you what package from LastPass would work well for you or someone in your family. If you'll notice, the second one here is for families. It gives you up to 6 accounts, and that means as a parent, you can help administer your child's password. So if you put it on your computer, you can make sure it's accessible in their LastPass, so that way you can still administer it, but you're sharing it. So yeah, LastPass. I think that's it. What else you got, Logan?
What else do I have?
Yeah.
You playing this bad boy.
Well, you can do the next one.
Oh, perfect.
So we let's see, we have Zero Downtime as the name.
Zero Downtime.
All right.
We'll need to come up with a good logo.
Yep.
I'll handle that.
Oh, I was going to generate it in AI.
I know you would.
I'll need your picture first.
One of these days we'll share the John Hot Deals logo.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, but if you have anything that you want us to talk about on this podcast, you can reach us on Facebook, X. Do we have a TikTok account? I don't even know.
We don't, but we will.
We will have a TikTok account.
Zero Downtime. Find us.
Send a Facebook Messenger message. Otherwise, hit me up straight on Facebook. I think we have an Instagram account.
A&P does, yes.
Yeah. Well, I have an Instagram account too.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how to get into it or anything, but yeah. All right. Well, what else you got? Anything?
I think we're good.
All right. Let's call this one then. Everyone have a good day.